the right way to lead. Not the way where you grab her arm and try to yank her away from her friends and try to take her out for 5 minutes. No, the right way to lead. The way that attractive guys do it because they realize they're enough. They don't have to convince her. Okay? So, slow and relaxed and not rushed. So when I'm in that venue with the girl, there's no rush for me to take her anywhere. When that, oh, it's not there. But when the place closes down at 2 a.m., eventually she has to leave the place, and eventually she has to end up in a bed. All I have to do is just make sure I'm in that bed with her, right? So there's no need for you to, now. Slow, relax, enjoy your moment, enjoy your time with the girl, have fun, let her know you more in terms of deep personality, and allow things to flow naturally. Now, never ask permission like, oh, where are we going? All this different stuff. Okay, you have to be certain. Go with the flow. They want to go to McDonald's. All right, McDonald's, let's all go. All right? There's no permission, okay? Now, there's a psychology of environment changes. When you change environments with someone a lot, they feel more comfortable with you. Do you have to? No. Most of the times that I've taken a girl back home, it's happened just straight from the venue or the place back to my place. But there's times where the girl is not comfortable with that, okay? Or that she wants to go get food first, or she wants to eat. And if you can go to different places and change environments with her, then that's like, if you change like 3 environments, that's like her being on 3 dates with you. That's what she's gonna feel, okay? Because it builds more comfort. Again, we have a tribe mentality. And if with our tribe, we have gone to a lot of different places, we're more comfortable with those people now, okay? Group dynamics. I actually made a YouTube video on this that was really important. If you're out with your wing, you're out with another guy and there's 2 girls, one guy has to be the leader, one guy has to be the follower. If you guys are both trying to lead the girls, instantly puts too much pressure on them and feels like you're trying to convince them to do something. If, however, and literally like me and my wings will do this, I have an infield where we're walking with the girls and I'm like, leader, because I know that whatever this girl does, I notice that whatever this girl does, that other girl is following it. So clearly I have the leader girl, and since I have the leader girl, I have to be the one to lead the entire group. Now, since he's with the follower girl, all he has to do is just follow. He's just got to be chill. Oh, where are we going? I don't know. So one person in the entire group has to lead, okay? And you have to do this with your entire wings. If it's one girl, it's a different story. With one girl, you're just building arousal, giving her like, I have a proposition, let's go do this, let's go do that. With 2 girls or a group, it's a different story. So if I'm the leader and the girls are like, we want to go to McDonald's, I'll be like, all right, McDonald's, let's all go. It's more like the hard lead. Because now I'm showing I'm the leader, I'm fucking taking action in this group, I'm leading everybody behind me. My wing, however, who's the follower, he'll be like, all right, McDonald's, let's do it. Right? Because he's just following. He's like almost playing stupid. There's something called the 4 times rule. Very important. You want to persist up to 4 times and innovate 4 times. So let's say you say I have a proposition, she's not down. Don't just give up. Continue the conversation, build more comfort, build more arousal, build more attraction, and then say it in a different way. Hey, how about we go to Thompson? I want to get something to eat. Just come with me for 2 seconds. Now you've tried it a different way, a different route. Okay, you have to go up to 4 times. There's another thing called the front door rule. Is in terms of the psychology. Now I don't know how he explains it, but this is how I explain it, and this is how I found what works for me. In terms of the psychology, if you're walking with the girl out at 2 a.m. in the venue and you open up the door for her, what is that subconsciously telling her?
Value?
No.
It's like you're kind of putting her on a pedestal. Like you're telling her that Like some people will look at it as a kindness, but some other people will look at it like, oh, like he wants something out of that.
No.
Okay.
You're positioning yourself as like her like protector or like provider in that moment.
Close, very close. So all you're doing is you're positioning yourself as, because in order for me to open up the door for her, I must have known her a lot, I must know her personality, and I must be leaving with her. I'm not gonna open up the door with her if I'm not leaving with her to somewhere. So all you're doing is in her brain, you're positioning, oh, we must be leaving together because he opened the door for me and he's letting me go so he can follow.
It's being a gentleman.
It's like being a gentleman, yeah. Not in quotes, you're actually being a gentleman. So that's what the front door rule is. You're just kind of showing her that you're, because if I just open up the door and I leave, then there's no commitment there. It's like, oh, this guy's going, all right, I'm gonna go too. Versus like I open up the door for her, she goes, there's commitment. It's again, commitment, consistency, buys. Yeah, this one's really important. You don't need to pull, you need a shared common interest to do it in a different place. You don't need to pull, you need a shared common interest to do it in a different place. Shared common interest to do it in a different place. So if you guys can agree on shisha, wine, food, fucking going bungee jumping, going to in Toronto, going to Lakeshore, whatever it may be, it's a shared common interest. You guys both want to do it, you both agree on it, and you're just going with her there. You're not pulling her there, you're going with her. It's shared, it's you not convincing her, you're going both together. Okay? Now let's say you get to the place. You get back to your place, and this is the last step, which is isolation. Okay. Once you get back to the place, instantly she's gonna feel more pressure again. She's like, I don't know this guy, what the fuck am I doing here? Da, 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 da. Okay? So you have to build more comfort. You have to let her know more about you. Just be genuine, chill with her, share your darkest secrets, whatever it may be. Okay? And then again, 5 modalities build a lot of arousal, get really physical. And the way I do it is, let's say we're on the couch, and I'll give her a logical reason to get into bed with me. So I'll be like, come for 2 seconds, I want to show you some baby pictures. And I'll grab her, take her back to my room. Once I take her back to my room, I get on the bed, so she gets on the bed as well. And I instantly put myself in a position where I can get physical with her super fast and build arousal super fast. So I grab the blankets, put it over us, I grab her, put her under my arm, and we're like in cuddling position. All right? And now it's easy to make out, it's easy for me to rub her back, whatever it may be, that will build arousal. If she's reciprocating a close of the proximity, so she's getting closer to you back at your place, make an executive decision and be like, yeah, this girl wants me, let's go back to my bed. As soon as you notice that, because a lot of guys, when they're in that position where they're with a girl and they're like talking to her and like, they're like, I don't know if I should kiss her right now or not. It all comes from the fear of uncertainty of like, if I do it, she's gonna back away and she's gonna leave. And it's gonna be failed. Don't worry about failing. If again, she's showing that interest coming closer to you, looking deep in your eyes, she's attracted, okay, and she wants it. If she has more closed body language, hands are crossed, she's looking that way, not as much as you, she needs more comfort, okay? Saying things like, are you a good kisser? I have a feeling you're good at cuddling. Stuff like that, throwing it into the conversation. Again, you're seating you and her in the bed together. Lights off is better than lights on. Always. Always lights off is better than lights on. Because with lights on, there's a lot of things that are going in her brain, which is like, what if he doesn't like my body? What if I'm getting judged? It makes it seem like there's more judgment to be there versus lights off. It's like, oh, we couldn't see, da da da. Okay, so lights off is better than lights on. Higher temperature is easier arousal. So if you actually increase, like I know that like my buddy Valentino does this, he increases the temperature in his room because it literally makes the girl hornier easier. Yeah, it gets fucking deep. Lower temperature, you can also use this as an excuse to get closer with her. So if it's fucking cold, you're gonna wanna cuddle. It's the way our bodies just work. When we're cold and we're in a tribe and it's cold, it's our initial jerk reaction is to use body heat. Okay? If she gives you resistance, as in she's not down, you just need more comfort with her. Maybe you should set up a date later on. She's already been in your house. You don't have to always push for sex. That can actually ruin something that could have been good, something that you could have spent time going on adventures with this girl, having amazing sex with this girl. You don't always have to push it, okay? And you want to basically leave the impression that you're the no pressure guy. You're not putting any pressure on her. She can do what she wants. You don't judge her. You're non-judgmental. You're carefree. She can be carefree. You're giving her permission. Okay. Now, last thing I want to say is when you go out, never think about this in terms of step-by-step process. Go out, have fun, enjoy your night. Just think about the 2 halves of the night. First half of the night, I'm going to enjoy my time, introduce myself to other people, have little conversation, introduce my wings to them, whatever it may be. Second half of the night, I'll commit to a girl that I like. That's it. Focus only on that. Because if you can do that, then you're gaining new experiences. And then once you come home, you can analyze your nights out. And there's 5 questions to be able to analyze your nights out. If you do this right, within a year, you're going to be a completely new man. You're going to be having sex with the girls that you want. You're going to be dating the girls you want. You're going to be getting a lot more experiences just by doing this. But all it comes down to is consistency. So 1, going out. 2, after the fact, analyzing your nights. So first one is, what did I do well? Instead of writing these like lengthy field reports, you don't need to do that, okay? What did I do well? What could I have done better? Wonder if I can put it. Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna use this one. What could I have done better? This one's really important. How did I make myself feel? Because if you're not feeling good, then you can start breaking it down, being like, okay, this is the reason why. In the beginning of the night, I did this, I didn't feel good. I had this emotion, I had that emotion. You can break down your emotions. And this will allow you to become more emotionally intelligent. You become more emotionally in tune to other people and yourself. And you can do this for anything, okay? Any performance active based thing, you can do this. Minus this next coming question. How did I make the girl or girls feel? Now you're becoming more socially intelligent. You're asking yourself, how did they emotionally feel? What were they feeling? Were they feeling empathetic? Were they feeling aroused? Were they feeling attracted? Were they feeling pressure? Da, da, da. And what will I do next time to ensure results? This is your action step, your action plan. You're subconsciously putting in your head, the next time when I'm dealing with this, I'm gonna do this differently. And when you're faced with that situation again, you're gonna do things differently, right? Because it's already in your subconscious brain, it's gonna come up, you're like, nope, not fucking happening again. I'm not doing that wrong. I'm not letting this girl go because we could have a lot of fucking fun, we could have an adventure, we could bang all this stuff. I'm gonna persist, okay? So these 5 questions, after every night you go out, you experience, you approach girls, you have fun, all these different things, you want to be asking yourself these 5 questions and analyzing after the fact, not before when you're going out, okay? So, hope you enjoyed that. That was the natural system. Okay, we're gonna open up questions, the panel for questions. So any questions you have, I'll answer it now.
Does it have to be about like what you talked about today, or just anything?
What?
had a question about like, I think you kind of like preach about having like no expectations, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So like, sometimes I just can't help but feel that, right? So like, how did you kind of like adopt that mentality? What was the process like? Like, was it difficult for you? And like, how did you kind of adopt it?
So, one, I would say when you're having expectations, you're in a value taking mode than giving. So I spoke about how to put yourself in a value giving mode, which is starting these little conversations where you're genuinely just giving people compliments, right? So literally, like, one thing that Austin from Honest Signals does very, very good, we'll be in the street and he'll literally go up to someone and be like, yo, fucking nice shoes, awesome, I love you, you're amazing, and he'll just walk. And at first it might seem forced, it might seem fake, but you continuously do it, your brain has to adjust to it, your brain has to adapt to it. So over time you're gonna be like, I'm giving value, I'm giving value, I'm giving value, I'm giving value. And then before you know it, now you're having fun. Now you're enjoying yourself and you don't have any expectations before you go up to the girl. That's the easiest way. Second way is getting emotional leverage on yourself. So one, having reasons why you're approaching girls, why you wanna get better at this area of your life. And what will happen if you don't. So really looking deep down 5 years from now and asking yourself, what's my life gonna look like if I don't get this area handled? If I don't feel confident all the time, if I don't feel socially, so if I don't feel social with people, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna feel good? Am I gonna feel happy? Am I gonna feel fulfilled? And really getting emotional with these questions is gonna give you leverage. Second thing is you can also get emotional leverage through money. So that's something I actually do on boot camps where, like, in LA specifically, I had a guy who was like, I can't approach this too much. I was like, yo, you got a credit card? He's like, yeah, why? I'm like, I just want to see how like American credit cards are. I've never seen it. So he gave it to me and I'm like, okay, if you don't approach, I'm gonna buy every single person at this bar shop. And I was like, that girl. He's like, what, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, that girl. He's like, dude, I can't. I was like, all right. I started like yelling at the bartender and he's like, all right, I'll do it. And he went. Right? So because we have so much emotions attached to money. So let's say you go out with your wing, right? You can be like, here's $200 or here's $100, here's whatever is very like emotionally painful for you to lose it. Give it to that person and say, every time I approach, give me this amount back. So here's $100. Every time I approach, give me $10 back.
You said this in one of your emails, use like no expectations, but you can hope for the best.
Yeah, it's like I'm going up with I don't give a fuck what happens. If it goes good, that's cool. And again, that's easy to intellectualize, but like you're saying, it's harder to experience. So get emotional leverage on yourself. Another thing you can do is, let's say you're going out alone and it's harder for you. You can, let's say you have a friend wherever he is, you can be like, yo, if I'm gonna go out tonight, text him, I'm gonna go out tonight. If I don't approach this many amount of girls, I'm gonna let you know, and I'll have to give you this amount of money for you to give to a charity that I absolutely hate. So one of my students, the one in San Francisco, hated like these like really extremist feminist organizations. So he's like, if I don't approach this many girls tonight, I'm gonna give $500 to that organization. So now there's emotional pain attached to you not approaching.